The observation vessel Tender Mercy drifted silently through the asteroid field, its bioluminescent hull pulsing with the gentle rhythms that had characterized Zelani civilization for 3 million years. Commander Veshta floated in the meditation chamber, her translucent tentacles weaving through the nutrient-rich atmosphere as she reviewed the data streams from Earth. "Such curious creatures," she murmured to her aide, Keflo. "They consume the flesh of other organisms. How primitive." The Zelani had evolved past such barbarism eons ago. Their bodies could synthesize everything they needed from starlight and cosmic radiation. They were the galaxy's designated peacekeepers, bringing harmony to savage worlds through gentle guidance and superior technology. Earth would be their greatest triumph yet. "The preliminary surveys are complete, Commander," Keflo reported, his bioluminescent patches flickering with excitement. "The humans appear to be in constant conflict with their own species. Wars, violence, competition, all the hallmarks of a civilization that has yet to achieve enlightenment." Veshta examined the holographic displays showing human cities, their angular architecture so different from the flowing, organic structures of civilized worlds. Their population centers are highly concentrated. A few well-placed pacification fields should render them docile within a solar rotation. What the Zelani didn't understand, what their advanced sensors and cultural matrices had failed to process, was that Earth had spent 4 billion years perfecting a very different kind of life. While they had evolved in the gentle light of a stable red dwarf, Earth had endured asteroid impacts, ice ages, volcanic epochs, and mass extinctions. Every creature that crawled out of that primordial chaos had been forged in competition, honed by necessity, and shaped by the fundamental truth that only the strong survived. Dr. Sarah Chen was working late in the SATI facility when the first anomalous readings appeared on her screens. The radio telescope array had detected something that made her blood run cold, not because it was alien, but because it was trying very hard not to be detected. "Stealth technology," she whispered, her fingers flying over the keyboard. The signals were subtle, barely distinguishable from cosmic background radiation, but her pattern recognition software had caught the telltale signatures of artificial origin. Within hours, every military installation on Earth was on high alert. The visitors might think they were hidden, but humans had evolved to hunt prey that didn't want to be found. Their ancestors had tracked mammoths across frozen continents and detected predators in the darkness, using nothing but their senses. Now they had tools that could pick up a whisper across interstellar space. General Morrison stared at the tactical display in the Pentagon's Situation Room. "How many ships?" "Satellite imagery suggests 12 vessels, sir. Each approximately 2 kilometers in length." The analyst's voice was steady, but Morrison could see the tension in her shoulders. "They're maintaining position just outside the asteroid belt." "Weapons assessment?" "Unknown, but their technology is clearly superior to ours." However, the analyst paused, bringing up another display. "Their hulls appear to be biological in nature. Scans suggest they're optimized for efficiency rather than durability." Morrison nodded grimly. He'd studied military history his entire career, and he knew what happened when a technologically advanced civilization encountered a less developed but more aggressive one. The Mongols had conquered the sophisticated Chinese. The Spanish had toppled the mighty Aztecs. Technology was an advantage, but it wasn't everything. "They haven't attempted communication," Morrison observed. "No, sir. They seem to be studying us." The Zelani observation teams worked with methodical precision, cataloging human behavior patterns and identifying optimal deployment sites for their pacification technology. Their bioships pulsed with contentment as they prepared for another successful intervention. "The humans exhibit classic pre-pacification behaviors," Veshta noted as she watched footage of human cities. "Aggression, territoriality, competitive resource acquisition. Once we deploy the harmony fields, they'll abandon these destructive patterns and join the galactic community as productive citizens. She failed to notice that every major human population center had quietly evacuated its most critical personnel to underground facilities. She didn't see the missile submarines slipping beneath polar ice caps or the space-based weapons platforms powering up in high orbit. The Zelani had studied human culture, but they'd interpreted it through their own peaceful lens. They saw competition where they should have seen selection pressure. They saw aggression where they should have seen adaptation. Dr. Chen's radio telescope array detected the energy buildup first. "They're powering up some kind of field generation system," she reported over the emergency channel. "Estimated coverage area suggests they're targeting our major population centers. Time to deployment?" Morrison's voice crackled through the secure link. 18 minutes, sir." In space, the Zelani ships began their descent toward Earth, their bioluminescent hulls glowing with peaceful intent. They had performed this operation dozens of times across the galaxy, always with perfect success. Primitive civilizations simply couldn't resist their advanced pacification technology. "Deploy harmony fields on my mark," Veshta commanded, her tentacles weaving through the command interface. The first indication that something was wrong came when the humans didn't scatter in panic. Instead, every major population center on Earth simultaneously launched coordinated strikes. Nuclear weapons, kinetic bombardments, and experimental particle beams converged on the Zelani fleet with mathematical precision. "Impossible," Keflo gasped as the tender Mercy's hull cracked under the assault. "They're supposed to be a primitive species." Veshta watched in horror as her beautiful ships, designed for peaceful exploration and gentle guidance, were systematically destroyed by weapons that seemed designed for no purpose other than killing. The humans hadn't just prepared for war, they had perfected it. As the command ship's bioluminescent hull flickered and died, Veshta's final transmission was a warning to the Zelani homeworld: avoid the third planet. Evolution breeds predators there, not prey. The last thing she saw before the darkness took her was Earth, blue and serene and beautiful, orbiting its yellow star with the patience of something that had already survived everything the universe could throw at it. The humans had learned the hardest lesson in existence, that in a galaxy full of wonders, the most dangerous predator was often the one that looked like prey. On Earth, Dr. Chen watched the debris field spread across her monitors and felt a strange mixture of pride and sadness. Humanity had passed its first test as a spacefaring species, but she wondered what it said about them that their first contact had ended in violence. "They underestimated us," she murmured. General Morrison's response came through clearly. "Everyone does. That's why we're still here."